Foreclosures are significantly rising, but this may create a hidden opportunity within real estate. How's it going, everybody? My name is John. I've been doing videos on real estate for really the last little bit. I also do other videos on investing and some other things. But today we're going to cover that very subject of how here we are. It is close to the end of 2025, and foreclosures are rising. While most investors are focused on interest rates and home prices, a significant shift is unfolding in the foreclosure market, and it presents a rare opportunity for those paying attention. The current landscape: foreclosure filings increased 5.8% in the first half of 2025, with 187,659 properties receiving notices. While we're still 89% below the 2010 peak, which is now 15 years ago, the acceleration is notable. Filings jumped from a 9% growth in March to 18% by August. This appears to be the early stage of a market cycle that savvy investors recognize. So what's driving this trend? The dynamics differ significantly from, let's say, 2008. Today's pressures include mass layoffs in high-paying sectors, over 240,000 tech positions eliminated since 2024, with companies like Intel cutting 24,000 workers and federal DOGE cuts removing 300,000 positions. Rising insurance costs. Florida homeowners face 25% annual premium increases. Affordability squeeze. The median household can no longer afford a median price house at $422,600. Credit stress. Credit card delinquencies hit 7.18%, matching 2008 levels. Nearly 1 million American homeowners are currently behind on mortgage payments, creating a substantial pipeline of potential opportunities. The investor advantage. Geographic concentration creates clear targeting opportunities. Florida leads with one foreclosure per 267 homes, while Alaska saw a 55% increase and Rhode Island jumped 51%. Markets like Buffalo, Reading, PA, and Pittsburgh are delivering 120% plus ROI on fix and flip strategies. So that's kind of like an interesting stat where it's like, okay, here we have Florida, Alaska, and Rhode Island with these, jumps in foreclosures, and then we have these other areas like Buffalo, Reading, and Pittsburgh delivering high ROI on their fix and flips. So the key difference is that the between now and, let's say, 2010 is that the current home equity is like gigantic, right? Current homeowner equity totals about 32.8 trillion, which is, of course, a record, a historical record, rivaling about 50% or maybe a little bit more than 50% of total stock market equity, right? So this means that quality properties with strong fundamentals, not the underwater mortgages of 2008. So very different scenario, right? So what are we looking at in terms of strategic positioning? Whether you're working with 25,000 or 500,000, opportunities exist across wholesaling, fix and flip, and BRRRR, which is BRRRR strategy, which is, buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat, right? That's strategy. People love it. The critical factor is timing, with 60% of industry professionals expecting a 1 to 4% foreclosure increase in 2025. Building relationships with asset managers and targeting inventory-rich states like California, Illinois, and Pennsylvania positions you ahead of the curve. The biggest opportunities in real estate emerge during uncertainty. While others wait for clarity, prepared investors are building relationships and market knowledge that will yield returns when the cycle fully unfolds. What are you doing, and what are you seeing in your markets? Let me know in the comments. Thank you, everybody. Again, my name is John. I do videos on real estate for the last bunch of videos, but I'm also going to be doing some more videos on credit as well, because it's kind of, here we are, it's the end of 2025, and if you're going to be doing real estate, you kind of need to have your credit in order. I actually started doing videos on YouTube on credit to begin with, but in any case, I also do videos on investing and other things like adventure travel as well. But I have been focusing mostly on real estate because for literally the last 20 years, I've done short and mid-term furnished rentals, and they have certainly served me right. In general, they've returned, well, not returned, but the average kind of deposits are about 10 to 38,000 per month on average, and then there's multiple months in the year where it can be $20,000 or more in a month. So it definitely is pretty nice. Fast forward to now, here we are 20 years later. After doing it for 20 years, I've got a portfolio, really just 3 properties, 2 that I own, and then the third is a partial interest. But what's nice about it is they're in California, so the property values are pretty high, at about $3 million. And during that time frame, over the last 20 years, I've also started, launched, and operated 4 different businesses that all became 7 figures per year or more. And I say that because building a rentals portfolio is really something anybody can do, and especially if you're a high income earner, or if you're a busy executive, or in a demanding career like an entrepreneur. And the beautiful thing is, real estate's pretty much gone up over time. When you look at history, so it's a very much a certain way to actually to build a future. And I find this foreclosure topic very interesting because foreclosures are certainly coming up. As you can see, it's the numbers are coming up a lot with foreclosures across the country. And on top of that, there really hasn't been a better time in many years where now new construction actually costs less than regular homes, than non-new construction homes, right? And the builders are offering pretty substantial discounts from the regular listing prices, and also incentives like free appliances and such. And it's in the news, and I've even done other videos and social media posts regarding the builders and how it costs less actually to buy a brand new home now. So anyway, factoring all this in, I mean, why am I even doing? Well, the reality is that I'm doing it because I'm actually looking to grow the amount of short-term rentals that I own, and also, talk to people. I've actually created something called the SMTR Launch Kit, which stands for Short and Mid-Term Rentals Launch Kit. And, if you're somebody that's interested in getting into real estate investing, or even if you know somebody that wants to get into real estate investing, you could, send them this video or send them some of my content. And again, it's, very, very basic. It's really, if you want to get into real estate investing and you want to work with somebody that maybe has a little bit more experience than you, and can kind of hold your hand. Again, these are like very, very basic. They're very inexpensive, right? Very inexpensive. It's called the SMTR Launch Kit, and I also do very inexpensive email coaching if you want to check that out. You'll see some links in the description. So one of the reasons I like real estate investing, because again, even though I had 4 businesses that I've generated probably that 20 million in sales, over probably the past 20 years. I actually didn't have an exit, from a non-real estate company, right? And the thing is that real estate is really the only investment that I know of, at least, that you get multiple benefits when you buy it, right? You get basically rental income and cash flow, appreciation, which 1967 to 2024. That was U.S. average is about 4.24. In fact, even if you look at the Case-Shiller Index, the home price index, that's 1995 to 2025, that's 309%. But when you factor in a 10% down payment, that's really a return of more like 3,090%, right? Which actually beats Warren Buffett. Then you also get tax benefits, which are huge, right? Then you get amortization, which is paying the loan down. And then you get number 5, you get the ability to borrow from the property. And then, the last, which I don't really hear people talk about, but you can move back into the property. So even if you're in your, let's say your 20s or 30s, you can buy properties, acquire them, and rent them out. And then by the time you're in your 50s or 60s, you can have at least one paid off property you can actually retire in. if you choose to not have some high-paying job or demanding career. So that's again, there's not really many investments out there that you can build an asset base and actually get all those benefits from. So that's kind of why I talk about it. So if you're interested in doing some real estate investing and you want to check out my kit, you just go into the links in this video, and then you can actually find those links there. You can also put any questions that you have about foreclosures or anything in the news and real estate in the comments area, and then I'll also have some links in there for other places where you can ask questions. Okay, thank you very much, and have a great day.